Hey, I'm Kev Kermasko, and welcome back to MotoGP 17 and the Rider Career as we're virtually won the championship. Patrick McDonald just got the season finale in Valencia to survive. So let's see what we can do with Patrick McDonald over 2 laps around this very tricky circuit. Lots of corners. It's a bit like Jerez, but not as fun, I find, as Jerez. Corners are a bit slower. This final corner is very tricky. Here we go, try and get a good run onto this front stretch. Build the speed up to around 130, 140 miles per hour for the first corner. In 6th gear, there we go. Now get it down to 3rd. Now you brake too much into the corner, did McDonald. That's Mia Herrera, with many Spaniards in a home round. She's down already in qualifying. There you go, Patrick McDonald picking up the bike nicely though. Out the first slow corner on the lap. Not good braking note for the right-hander. You get into the next right, lots of braking and hard on the power. And then into the left. So the front kind of sliding on the braking, but on the power well as you go past all the flags. All VR46 flags, Raven. I can see lots of yellow. That's not right for Valencia, is it? As you go through the left, again a bit cautious on the power, McDonald. Definitely needs to push it a bit more in his second lap, especially into the right-hander. He goes a bit wide. But then he can get on the power a bit early and kind of speed through the apex of the corner as the tyre rider is down. Once again, not going to try and attempt to say that name. We're going into the final sector. This is decent for McDonald. Should be mid-pack at least. He goes through the final corner, gets on the power hard. And goes for the line. Tries to aim for under a 140, but it looks like it's going to be a 141, is it? 41.1. So probably a couple of seconds off the pace as you head on to the second lap. That's much smoother through the first corner. And there we go, 40.8 from Bastianini. So definitely 5th row at least for McDonald. I'm guessing from that first lap time. I'm judging it alongside Bastianini. He says orange first sector. Over a quarter of a second back though of the Italian. That's all Adam Nuerdin down. The Malaysian just coming off the back of his home race. And having a good end to the season, is he? And he gets on the power nice and early for this back straight. Much smoother run through those sequence of corners as well. With the lap. Once again going orange. And just 100th behind Bastianini, even though he's spinning up the tyres through that left-hander. Now heading into the right. Much nicer into the apex. As Canet does a 40.5. No, McDonald isn't too bad then as he's 3/10 down now. Of his title rival, the only guy can beat him to the title. One mere 26 points back with 25 to play for. For Patrick McDonald heading into the final corner. I thought he's a couple of seconds off the pace and it's like he's just around half a second. But this lap has been improved in all 3 sectors so far. Can he finish it off in the final sector? Yes, he can. Just a 10th off. Canet with a 40.6. And that means McDonald starts in the top 10 on the back of the 3rd row behind Antonelli and DJ Antonio with McPhee, Berger and Martin on the 2nd row. But at the front is Juan Mir, his Leopard team ahead of Canet by 5,000ths of a second, with Fenati just 2,000 second further back in 3rd. As right out top 10 is Bastianini, and I was right with that first effort. That would have been in 14th for McDonald behind Rodrigo and ahead of Nuerdin, but it's Leroy, he's now on the 5th row, his teammate. As right at the back is finished Patrick. So for Patrick McDonald, can he grab the title? As we look at the grid for the final time in this season, as you can see on the second page is Patrick McDonald. Not that happy with 9th, but he's still, that would be good enough finish at the end of the race if Canet wins. to grab the title for Maths is correct. Hopefully he doesn't get ambushed like this into the first corner. I was looking for about this. Ramirez leading the 8th row. In the 9th row, you got Riera and Arenas of the home favourites. Right at the back is Fitzpatrick. So here we are, revving up the engine, wait for the lights to appear. And go out for, yes, a 50% race. 12 laps to negotiate for Patrick McDonald. And he's already jumped up to 7th. Maybe jump in the second row as well, looking to the outside, heading towards the first corner. Look around the outside of Martin. McPhee looking to the inside, and Martin's been squeezed out as well by the Italian. And inside McDonald, it's going to be 5th, going to be 4th, squeezing down the inside of McPhee. He knows he's got to chase this lead pack. He wants to be comfortable as McPhee and Budiger battle behind. And a good start from McDonald right behind Finati, Mir and Canet, your leading trio. Quite a sublime start for McDonald. Started in 9th, up to 4th already. But McPhee and Budiger battling like hell on the first lap of this race. He got a long way to go. I'll be battling like that with Martin up to 6th ahead of Budiger. As Mir takes the lead from Canet, so does Finati. Get past the Spaniard. And you see Canet trying to get back by the Italian. But it's not working as Budiger and Martin are battling behind. Martin the big loser on the opening lap. As here comes McDonald looking to the inside of Canet. Bashes by his title rival and takes 3rd place. As for this race, he has chosen for the soft front, medium rear. Tyrell seems to be really good with that combination, so he's not changing it. As our Suzuki is down, the Japanese rider has had a torrid second half of the season. And it has ended that way. Down from 22nd, but got plenty of time to make up. Lost time there. As Budiger past McPhee into 5th as Mir leads crossing the line with 45.4. Ordered the fast lap though, 44.1 it looks like. Looking to the outside of Finati into that first corner, runs wide as Otto up into 5th ahead of Budiger. German on a charge as well. The end of that opening lap. So McDonald sliding already. Don't want to be doing that on the second half of the race. Still got 10 to go, McDonald. Just biting up to 5th ahead of Otto. He's battling back. So McDonald around a second behind Finati. And Canet trying to take advantage of McDonald's struggles on this second lap. And makes it through into 3rd. But then McDonald tries to take it back into the left. They really are battling hard. As Mir is trying to battle off Finati. Italian takes a look into the left hand at the end of the back straight. That's all. Canet was not happy with McDonald's move. Pushes his title rival ride. So the Spanish fans don't mind that. But the stewards might have to have a look at that. As one goes down the inside of Canet. And the Spaniard very wise there. Beyond his years. Taking him back on the exit as McDonald takes a look into the right hander. He's in a good enough position to win the championship, right? McDonald being very aggressive. He's got a long way to go on these tyres as well. Don't want to be wearing the front too much, taking these tight lines. And wearing the rear, trying to outbrake Canet as well. As Berger ahead of Martin behind into 6th. We've got Otto in 5th, almost a second back. For McDonald, just in the slipstream of Canet, has Mir does a 41.4. And does the fastest lap. And seeing Finati have run away at the front, but it looks like Canet's chasing. McDonald just sticking to the tail. His title rival. This is just what he needs to do for the rest of the race. He's 0.7 behind. Hotel 0.6 behind McDonald. As he's bringing Budiger with him. Martin, McPhee. He's settled down on this 3rd lap now. And Bastianini up to 6th. Canet's teammate has heard the call. He's seen that 2 Leopards in the top 4. Now he's got to join in this fight. And try and help out his teammate. So next to the inside, just a little feint for Canet. Just to remind him that he's still there. No real attempt at a pass. Well, he does it into the right hander, his favourite right hander. But Canet once again gets him on the exit. Going side by side into the right. McDonald takes it for third. Great move from the champion-elect. We've shown why he is the champion-elect as well with that move. There's Canet with very poor move into the final corner, a bit clumsy going into the back of McDonald. This made us a 41-3. McDonald does a 41-2, but Canet has a slipstream down the front stretch and takes back that third place into the first corner. So does Bastianini do a 41-2. Was out the race for the man in fifth. As Oto and Bulliger battling for sixth. Looking to the inside, Canet into the left. Running slightly wide though. Now Martin up to fifth ahead of the German. There's Oto battling Bastianini for sixth. We can see Mayer comfortably ahead of Finati. They've got a comfortable enough gap to this battling pair. Canet in third, McDonald in fourth. So everyone seems to be pairing off in this race. A superb run for McDonald down this back straight. Gets past Canet into third. Hogging that apex like his favourite granny. Hugged it too much. Allowed Canet try and get around the exit. McDonald holds him off into the right. And now it's right in the tail of Finati. Could he make this a Leopard 1 to the end of the season? He's got Mir in front. Of course, he did have a 1-2 in the last race in Malaysia where Canet messed up majorly, crashing out. Of the batting for not even a podium. In the end, didn't even get any points from McDonald, just flew away at the front. With Mir falling behind in second. So could we have a one to the other way on Mir's home turf? So once again, Canet goes down the inside of McDonald. So it's a slipstream down that front stretch and Martin justifies to that 41-1. So maybe closing up as we approach the midway part of this race at the front. They're chasing back behind, they're slipstreaming, they're passing each other now. Got the German up into fifth. But that means they're a bit faster than this leading four. It's all McDonald with a brave move down the inside, Canet into the right-hander. Makes it stick. Now maybe looking to make the move on Finati. Down this back straight away, had a superb run, Canet the final lap. Or last lap. Now we've got the run on Finati. Side by side into the left-hander, outbreaks the Italian. Italian tries to get him back on the exit. Very widely. Showing off spectrum presence there, Finati of this class. Going back McDonald like that, but then McDonald just gets him rounding outside to the right. And a superb move from the Kenyan. And now he's right to tail of his teammate half a second back. As we approach the halfway mark of this race. Halfway mark of what could be his final race in Moto3 as well. Big decision for McDonald in the off-season if he stays in Moto3 to defend his title, or if he jumps up to Moto2, the more powerful machines, to go on to the sixth lap of 40.8. Normally is quick around the midway marks of races as McDonald. He's shown it once again. As he holds off Finati into the first corner as well. No slipstreaming for the Italian, unlike Canet. Maybe it's that home power he has. Maybe in that. Finati just try to get him on the exit of the right. But no move possible. Of the left, should I say. So what will McDonald do here? Will he sit behind Mir, let his teammate get the home victory, or will he be ruthless like he has been the second half of this season in particular, and try and grab the victory away from his Leopard teammate? What could be their final racer teammate as well? So he takes the victory, he'll be quickly off into Moto2 land, or Moto3. Sticks around, we'll see. As this is the part that way, McDonald is very strong. Into these double rights, nick around the outside of his teammate. No move possible. That's the first sighting for Mir that his teammate is behind, as he got a second gap to connect. He's jumped ahead of Fanati. And if you look at the tyres again in the bottom right, nowhere at all. Unbelievable. This combination. Let's go into the final corner. And go into the second half of this race with a Leopard 1-2. And the Spanish fans will be very happy seeing their home lad, Juan Mir, leading the way ahead of McDonald, his teammate. With Canet in third, around a second back. They'll be disappointed to see that he's not challenging for victory. And making this man work harder for this Moto3 title. There might have been an outside shot heading into this race, 20 points back, but we'd expect to Canet to be battling for the victory, not just battling for a podium with Fanati. It's more very good under braking, as you can see. Now everything's warmed up, brakes, tyres. It's looking very comfortable out there. The bike's not sliding as much. He's placing it where he wants it. Trying to get a good run onto the back straight. Oh, here we go. Ruthless McDonald it is, as he takes the lead for the first time in Valencia. Runs slightly wide, but Mir's not there to get the cut back, like we've seen with Fanati and Canet try and do previously. So will McDonald just ride away from his teammate and take this championship with the most glorious of results, a victory. Looks like he will. He's 2/3 of a second up already. He really does love that third sector. So he runs a bit wide going into the final corner, but just about keeps it on the black stuff. Using over the exit curb as well. As he goes on to this front straight, it's at 39, a 39.9. Pulled out of nowhere. Definitely is in sync. This McDonald's shown why he is the champion as well at Moto3 level. I think it's safe to say. We just keep it upright for the remaining 5 laps of this race. Well, he's used to these championships going to the final round, as McDonald, of course, he had that last season. Red Bull's Rookie Cup, wants to get in Spain, but around the Aragon circuit, where he had a controversial clash with his title rival. Wouldn't have mattered in the end, but they want to win the title that way. This time it's a bit easier for him, a bit cleaner as well. After starting in the mid-pack, right at the front of the mid-pack in 9th. Had a superb start, rode his way forward. A little battle. His championship rival, Canet. But then he's pushed on as the race has gone on. Canet hasn't. As you can see, he's still 3rd behind Mir. He's now 1.4 seconds behind his teammate. Fanati was right up there in the early stages. Now he seems to be dropping back the Italian. Last seen in 4th. But then we have a good group behind with the likes of Martin, Bastianini, McPhee, Bulliger, Ortel as well, battling for top 5 in the final race of the season. So backs up that 13.09 with 40.1. Great consistency. He's almost 2 seconds ahead of me now. And the front tyre is now slightly worn as he head into the final third of the race. That's the only thing you can complain about. He is in the zone. Got good weather as well, nice sunshine. There's a few clouds in the sky, but it's not raining at least. Especially for his opponents, as he demonstrated in Malaysia. McDonald, he's pretty good in the rain. As you saw, he kicked up some gravel there, running slightly wide, but no harm, no foul when you don't fall. 2.2 seconds ahead of Mir. He's got a helicopter just hovering overhead in the middle of the circuit, trying to get those good camera shots. Go through the right-hander, McDonald sector. They'll probably name it after him after this race. Now 2.3 ahead of Mir. Canet in third still. Not gaining on his fellow countryman, it looks like. What we see is Canet at times has just waited his time when he's got into the mid-pack. He's very good out in the first half of the season, but that ability to ride through the mid-pack seemed to go away as the season went on, and he got trapped there in Japan, in Australia, and in Malaysia. It claimed him. Maybe his championship as well, which it looked to be for a long time this season. In the first half of the season, it was him and Mir battling for it, but then McDonald, after that mid-season break, just seemed to come back with something. He got on top of this leopard and has been virtually unbeatable in the second half of this season, only in Silverstone, where he made a rare mistake in the second half, battling with his teammate, with tyres that are heavily worn as well. But apart from that, he's been flawless. Qualifying hasn't been the best, maybe, but races have been flawless. The odd hiccup, odd slide hill there. As you've seen in this race already, you know, going to the gravel. Now, apart from that, he got aggressive at the start, which is the main thing. He just helped McDonald in the second half of the season as well, being aggressive at the starts, making up places, not losing them. Now, it's something in the first I've seen where he was perhaps too aggressive at times. Didn't know how to temper it. Definitely did in the second half though. Definitely out there, improved his qualifying as well since Mugello, since the Italian round where he grabbed that pole. Hasn't had to battle through the field as much. So he dips into the 41s, but he's still 2.3 seconds ahead of Mir. Heading on to the penultimate lap of the race. And looking very comfortable, cruising to our second consecutive title as well. Which is something the other McDonald couldn't say. Patrick McDonald, after his time away from Grumpy Motorcycle Racing, might be even better than we thought. All those years ago at Elusive, where he was very much second fiddle. With experience, just time away, seems to have learned, seems to have adapted, and seems to be an unbelievable talent. There's a lap and a half to go. He still leads Mir by 2.4 seconds. That gap has remained the same in the last couple of laps. The clouds are starting to clear up as well overhead. Starting to get a bit sunnier. So let's see that gap now. 2.7. McDonald's even speeding up heading on to this final lap. But we'll see how he adapts to Moto2, which I'm guessing he's going to be jumping up to after this race, as bikes are more powerful, cause a different riding styles where he can't perhaps lean as much on the brakes, trail brake as much. Let's head on to the final lap of the season. Now you've got to be even more precise to the Moto3 bike, can't be as aggressive with the power, with so much more power in the Moto2 bike than Moto3. Won't be slinging the bike at corners as much. Won't be smoother. With McDonald showing something is that he's very adaptable in the last couple of the seasons. In the Rookies Cup and now in Moto3, so I'm sure if once again the first half of the season may be a bit of a struggle, but in the second half expect him to come alive once again. Patrick McDonald, as he's got half a lap to go. Get the trophy engraved. Get the crown ready. As in the background, the home turf of Arnold Canet. Patrick McDonald is about to win the title. Goes into the right. Ron Mir still around 3 seconds back now. Seems to have dropped back slightly as his teammate. 3.1. Just 1 sector to go. Just 1 corner to go. Great braking into it, hitting the apex. Smooth exit. And you can start punching the air in delight. As McDonald wins. Not just the race, but the championship. As you can see, Kinnett just comfortably behind me. At the end, 3.9 seconds back in the end for McDonald. With Kinnett in third, then Martin in fourth, ahead of Fanati, who really did drop back the Italian as the race went on. Then Bulligan sixth, Bashani 7th, McPhee 8th, Di Gianantonio 9th, Anthony 10th, Migno 11th, Loy in 12th, then Danilo and Otel dropped back to 14th after looking so strong in the first half of the race, with Noah Den grabbing the final point ahead of Binder by around a 10th of a second, as there are the Mahindras in 20th and 21st, Best Peugeot Kornfeld in 26th. With Arenas at the back in his home race. So in the championship, there it is confirmed. McDonald winning by 29 points ahead of Kinnett, who's just 2 points ahead of Mir in the final reckoning, with Martin in 4th, Fanati 5th, Bino Siev ahead of Bullock. He wins that season-long battle between the VR46 teammates by 4 points, with Bashani in 8th, Otto on 9th, and McPhee grabbing the top 10 by 9 points ahead of Di Gianantonio, with Antonelli in 12th. You've got Loy in 13th, 51 points ahead of Danilo. He jumps up to 14th ahead of Nuruddin and Rodrigo, with the Argentine rider down to 16th. You've got Binder in 17th, Ramirez 18th, Guevara 19th, Suzuki 20th, and Sasaki in 21st. With Del Porter, best of the non-point scores on his Mahindra of the Honda of Arbolino. Then you've got Kornfeld, Pagani, Tuba, Bezecchi, Herrera, Bent Snyder, Arenas, the tie rider, and Fitzpatrick at the back. And in constructors standings, a perfect season for Honda. 18 wins out of 18, 195 points ahead of KTM with 255 points, with Mahindra and Peugeot not on the scoreboard. So there are your championship winners confirmed. McDonald ahead of Kinnett and Mir, second championship in a row, in his first world champion. As yes, there'll be much partying for the Airpod boys tonight. Well, Kinnett getting some commiserations from his fellow Spaniard in the background, as yes, the clones, they'll be drowning McDonald in alcohol tonight. He'll probably end up in a ditch somewhere in Valencia. As perfect reputation weekend and good championship reputation earned as well. So the new season is about to begin. Choose the team you want to race with. I asked you in the comments on the Malaysia video, where should McDonald race? Should he stick in Moto3? Not sure about that. Not going back to Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup. So it's all about Moto2. Who's available to him? Well, you can be alongside Thomas Luthi into Witten. Then you've got the Mark VDS. Then you've got the KTM team. And you've got the other Interwitten team, it looks like. Got Ford Racing. Got Pawns. RW Racing. Sky Racing Team VR46. Then you've got the Dinavolt. Dynavolt. I think I said it right at the end there. You've got the Petronas team. Got Speed Up, Kiefer, Grassini, AGR, SAG, Tech 3. Then BAVIP, SAG. Then you got the Square. You got the Italian team. And then we've got the Honda team. So Honda Team Asia. So last option. So the only answer I got was for the German team. Beyond the Suter. 80% team performance. Even though every team is now available to us. I am tempted to be alongside Luthi. But maybe we'll start off with this team, just to learn the ropes for McDonald in Moto2. Yes, we are sure. So then next season, we will see that McDonald will be on the Suter heading to Qatar. Let's see if he can get off to a good start like he did in his Moto3 career. Yes, it wasn't the best start, and he did run into troubles near the end, but let's see what can happen in Moto2. Can it be another triumphant season like we've just seen in Moto3 and in the Red Bull's Rookie
Cup? Find out next time. So for watching. I'll see you next season.